So, good evening. This is one of the odd times in which I do my presentations. This is a recording, not necessarily a video. And I felt the need to do this to kind of throw light um, on a presentation I made sometime this afternoon. I posted, which I termed the Cement Mafia and its role in the failure of CEB compressed earthquake technology in Nigeria. And to be honest, it was after I posted it, and then I sat down. I was like, "Well, I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense. If cement is the price is high, then definitely you expect that the other forms of building and construction technology will be highly sought after. But then, no, it's actually a conundrum. It's an irony that that is not the case. Okay, so um, I hope to have do some panel where I'll invite fellow professionals, and then we would talk at length about this issue. But I felt I needed to put this out so that doesn't make it seem as if I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just a short explanation. Hopefully, when I get fellow professionals in the industry, we'll be able to hash this topic and give you a better understanding. So, definitely, surely, if the price of cement is high, you would expect that people will gravitate towards other forms of building and construction technology. Yes, but what are those other forms of building and construction technology? Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the monopoly is held by concrete, steel, and glass. Concrete and steel. Basically, that is the monopoly, if I may use that word, of or in the building and construction industry. Now, government in Nigeria is one of the highest in terms of volume of use of this material. Okay, so if I go back to why I chipped in this idea about there being a cement mafia. Now, don't get me wrong. I have to reiterate and reiterate it. Okay, it does not connote anything criminal. All right, it does not be established, and I'm not making that assertion. But it's just a cliche. It's a cliche because it's real. These are things that are happening. So consider this: the price of cement is high. Why don't people explore other forms of other technology? And the only technology would be the local or indigenous technology using what? Mud, clay, soil, earth. Okay, but this goes back to a number of things we've mentioned about this technology, how mud technology, how it's perceived, no matter how refined it is. If compressed earthquake technology can be looked at the way it has been looked at, so you can imagine you may be able to start to grasp the enormity of the situation. So let me go back to what I was saying. If, for example, government being the highest um, patron of the cement industry would say, look, we declare or we put out this government edict that this percentage of government projects, capital projects, employ the use of compressed earthquake technology, employ the use of rammed earth technology, employ the use of cob, employ the use of Adobe. I'm telling you, this whole thing would turn on its head in one night. And I think now you begin to understand the complexity of this issue. And so, because these are the stakes, if government were to say we set a law that all government projects should be conducted using this. I mean, it's not as if the expertise is not there. Okay, I mean there are many professionals that could um, seamlessly, without any problems, move over and then employ these other technologies. And so you begin to see how and why this issue or this problem of the monopoly, the insistence of the use of cement, or you know the lack of movement away from this monopolistic um, um, form of building and construction. I mean, consider Europe. Okay, yes, it was built on a lot of modern tech, but like I said in the um, in the intro of the podcast, the Mud Whisperers, there is a movement back. There's a movement back to the use of mud as a traditional mud in its traditional refined form. And so back to my assertion that only and if only government will say, okay, look, we say that this percentage of capital projects be carried out using this technology. I'm telling you, the price of cement would come down. So it would be fair to point out that Nigeria is a very very impressionable society, a very very impressionable country. I mean, in terms of other trappings of life, fashion, food, cars, name it. There is nothing you would not find in Nigeria. So why hasn't this move been made? It's possible that these monopolies, these market forces, these political influences aggregate in one way or the other to form a barrier to any new entrants into this um, building and construction field. So, if there's anything you would have um, taken away, let's say what would have been your takeaway from this very brief presentation, is that the operations or the existence of this cement mafia phantom, okay, phantom, is one of the reasons why compressed earthquake technology has failed. It is not a um, there's nothing conflicting about it. I said it. If only and only government will say, okay, look, let's move away. There's so much insistence. I mean, we're not even talking about. We'll get to that. We're not even talking about the issues of carbon footprint, embodied energy, all those things. We all seem to be the last, catching up. After everyone has moved ahead. So I look forward to having a panel where we can discuss this at length. And yes, continue setting the stage for this move back, this renaissance, this journey back to um, the usefulness of a material that we hitherto, look down on and almost with utter contempt. So I'm going to sign off now. Hope to meet you ahead in another presentation. Hopefully, possibly, where I may have a group of experts, a panel, discussing this issue. So, thank you very much. Good night.